Aloha and welcome to today's episode of the Wayfinder the Hidden Archives. And we have Dream here today. We have Felix, we have Tira and Bifrost. Dream is Kia, actually. Hopefully Jackie shows up here soon. Oh, let me clear the combat tracker. I'm not sure if we're going to have combat today, but you never know. You never know. You're a PC, you're a PC, you're a PC, and you're a PC. I don't know why they added that, but
I'm a Mac.
Everyone's a PC.
A player character. You know what that is, right? Right?
Yeah,
Felix?
I do.
I sure hope so. You've been with us for 9 seasons. Anyways, when we last left our investigators,
Felix made a mistake. He gave the witch his actual name.
Who knows if that's actually what caused Moloch to come after you, but yeah, you know. Which, by the way, Tarek, I believe, did call Bifrost and it gave the warning about Moloch.
Okay, good to know.
Did you?
I think we were supposed to call. I think Crystal was supposed to call the team.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so when we last left our investigators, you
might have been better not
traveled.
to call Bifrost
You
because
traveled.
Bifrost was with the rest of everyone else.
You traveled
Sorry, exposition is really hard when you're talking.
I haven't even gotten done with the introduction yet. You had traveled to Chris Village, where you met up with Kia again. And at one point, Ira and Koi had run off into the woods. You later found her by the pond, and Koi had followed her. And Bifrost decided he was going to stay there with them to keep them safe, make sure they're okay. So that's where Bifrost has been. While the rest of you continued investigating, and at one point, you decided to check. You decided to check this lead you had about. You decided to check this lead you had about this local old lady who's often called a witch. Nobody really understands her. She's really secluded and kind of just keeps to herself. And there's always been strange rumors about her for a long time. So you went over to ask her questions, and that's when Cyber decided it would be a good idea to give this so-called witch his actual name. That's what.
To be fair, I gave my name first. And we didn't discuss it prior to our conversation.
To be fair, it's also polite introductions. It's It's
That
just
too.
it's just polite to introduce yourself. You know, I am GM Seth. These are my players. Anyways.
I suspect she probably had the regular name of most of us, actually. I mean, she had her daughter's name, she had my name. It was Kwai's name was probably in the legal proceedings that were in the city. So there's just a few of us that she didn't have a name for.
You mean Luna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Any of the
we're
Calrunian news would have been part of that.
Luna's been helping you out.
we're talking about the local witch that
Oh.
Luna suspects might be interfering with Luna's attempts at breaking her own curse.
Yeah.
I see. This is an extra witch.
Yeah. And
There's two witches.
you also got informed that Ben had been taken to the he had been taken into custody to the prison, and he's supposed to actually be executed on the morrow, unless you could figure out what actually happened. And whether or not a demon was actually involved. Luna's insisting that it was a demon, but you're insisting that, oh, it could have been something else. Anyways. You did find tracks at both the house where the murder took place and deep in the woods where Luna's totem was supposed to be. But when you actually compared these tracks to Luna, they weren't a match. And so you let that train of thought go. So, what do you think? While Bifrost is still with Kwai and Ira at the pond, Kia, Felix, and Tira, what do you guys think?
We're screwed.
After getting informed about Moloch, yeah. That's a whole other complication.
For those of us that weren't there on Tuesday, what is Moloch? Who?
So Moloch is a big evil thing.
It is
Necrospirit.
It is a very incredibly powerful necrospirit, along the lines of a greater necrospirit, a greater demon, and
Okay.
it's actually one that Kyrene had dealt with way back many years ago, and it's one of the most powerful ones she's ever had to deal with. And it turns out that the curse or whatever that is affecting all of you, that is actually Moloch. That is actually this greater necrospirit.
Okay, something tells me we probably can't just hug it out.
No, probably not.
You could try, but who knows?
I'm gonna go with Seth. Seth probably knows.
uh, yeah, you could probably go with that. So, Bifrost, what did you make of that when you were informed?
Bifrost probably spent some time while sort of keeping the girls company and listening and counseling, also setting up like rudimentary wards, especially around the area where they are, in hopes that that might give at least some kind of warning, if not, some deflection, if that spirit is going to try and be active.
Right.
I don't mind rolling a religion check for that.
Sure, go for it.
Because religion.
That looks good.
That might work.
Yep, that looks good. So, Kia, what do you make of this? What is your take as you're informed that there is this greater demon that may be after all of you now?
You may still have that push-to-talk problem, Dream.
Hello. Sorry, I was fixing my headset. What was the start of the question?
So, what do you make of this this greater necro spirit that it appears to be now also attached to you?
Heading in our direction.
Sucks. Doesn't seem there's much I know or could do about it. So,
Yeah, unfortunately, Tarek had to go and piss it off.
Well, his hope was that it would focus on him and leave everyone else alone.
Yeah.
Okay, we can try to figure this out, or just run around like chickens with our heads cut off.
That could work too.
Okay, I'm gonna run around like a chicken with his head cut off.
At least it makes you feel like you're doing something.
Right.
I don't feel like there's much I can do about it until it actually shows up.
Well, if you were going to run around like like a chicken with your head cut off, you probably erode a hole or something in the ground with how fast you could run. Mr. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, at least he won't need a shovel to dig his own grave.
I'm on it. No, I'm not.
And meanwhile, Kia's probably wondering, why the hell did I get roped into your curse?
That happens. Oh, by the way, welcome to the club. Keep on moving.
Bifrost suspects privately that they're responsible for the curse anyway, so. Because Bifrost spent too much time around Luna. We'll see.
We will see. We will see. So, what else do you guys want to do besides run around like chickens with your head cut off?
Try to figure out or prove that the murderer, air quotes, is innocent. He was possessed. It was against his will. Somehow try to prove that, but yet try to deal with the witch under suspicion that probably caused this thing to happen.
It is a pretty tall order.
Yeah, and 3, run around like chickens with their heads cut off. You got 3 options. Well, I'm already running around like a chick head cut off anyway, so.
I'm sure we can multitask that one while we do something productive at the same time.
Okay, just make sure you don't have no low doorways when we do that. Or low branches.
So, I guess that brings up the main question of the evening. Are we going to try and convince... Is it a full-blown court, or is it just a, village type of, hearing consensus?
This is where the Magi Guard really come in, and
Okay. Magi Guard is involved.
yes, the Magi Guard
That
are involved.
answers that.
It's not quite anything like what how it works in Rockshar. Rockshar is very different. It's nothing like how it works in Kalroon.
But it's not trying to convince a couple of people that necrospirits exist and are a thing and can cause people to do things against their will.
Right. There is actually a jury.
It's an actual big to-do.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, do we need to inspect the house, or we're pretty much done what we could there?
Well, if you're trying to prove that he didn't do it, then the things you have to look at are, item used, evidence on scene, and then anything else that could support the counter argument we're trying to bring forward.
Yeah.
He did do it. He was just possessed.
Exactly. So when they've got a good amount of information that says he did it, the only thing we can do is show that there was other reasons or some clear proof. Now, It would be very
alter-
convenient for us to have Moloch come and join us, but that's not really what we want at this moment.
Alternatively,
Look, there's a big thing here, don't you see?
Yeah, throw some freaking flour on it and say, there you go.
Yeah, when Tarek was seeing this big translucent thing, it was easily like between 10 to 15 feet tall. It was huge.
And necrospirits come from which of the alternate planes?
They can come from a variety of places, just like elemental spirits. Elemental spirits can either originate from the land itself, from Terrana itself, from the land, or they could originate from the spirit plane.
Okay. Either way,
And,
Bifrost is just spending time with the girls.
Yeah, necrospirits could come from a variety of places, like the abyss. They can come from the void, or in fact, they could actually form on the material plane. Elemental spirits could also form in the flow.
And they can be an animating force as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the pet theory behind Geary right now.
Well, our prime suspect right now is deals in the edge of town, right? That was where we landed.
yes.
So, I mean, we could investigate her house, I guess, but like, if the people here are just like fundamentally don't, if we have to convince them first that possessing spirits are real, then I feel like anything we're going to find there is going to be a stretch. What we're going to say, oh yes, she moved a pile of sticks and bones into the house. We found some witchy stuff in our place, and that made him kill the person. That feels unconvincing.
And unfortunately, this setting is just modern enough that while magic is a thing, witchy stuff is less trusted as a thing.
I feel like our best approach might be a demonstration with Luna's assistant.
Wow, there's a conversation starter.
Yeah. And it just happened to be more like just poof. So, hey, oh shit.
It seems like the only pieces of real physical evidence that you have is the totem and those tracks.
There's
We
also
have to-
the real physical evidence of technically the man did do it.
Yeah. But what
There
you're,
were
what you're trying to
witnesses?
prove right now is borderline insanity defense.
Oh wait,
or
were we
under the
supposed
influence.
to,
Yeah.
were we supposed to find out the background of the witch too? Just by going to the records or mayor or whoever.
Oh yeah, that was something we were thinking about.
So I could try to like figure out though she has like a freaking grudge against a family or something.
And meanwhile, Bifrost, as you're hanging out with the girls, you notice that Koi has been become interested in this small hummingbird creature that uh, you have confirmed is a Mystimon called Hummer,
Yes.
which seems to actually vibrate its wings in such a way that it sounds like it's humming songs.
It's a alternate songbird.
Yeah, and so Koi's been playing with this interesting creature
The Hummer.
and seemingly kind of communicating with it.
Which has just allowed me to chat with Ira periodically and try and calm the situation down while also working on my little, wards.
Yeah. What sort of things are you trying to talk to Ira about?
Well, Ira doesn't want to be around Luna for reasonable reasons,
Yeah.
and Ira doesn't really want to talk about it. So instead, Bifrost is taking time to just sort of do like an inventory and, what are the plans once we're done with this message and how do we plan to deal with things and, basically just trying to help her process the day without,
Yeah.
pushing her through really unpleasant conversation. Bifrost is playing, counselor psychologist again.
Yeah.
So, and I think at this point, Ira sort of knows that, and may just be humoring Bifrost.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point or another, Bifrost will ask, Kwai if she's able to instruct it to instruct the Hummer to sing specific songs, or whether it just chooses randomly.
Koi tries that, and it starts kind of humming a song that you would hear in a tavern.
Ah, so it is a mimic.
Yeah, it seems that it can actually mimic different songs that it hears from, civilized areas and such.
That's all we need is a Mystimon that can imitate the sound of a callstone. We'll never have peace. Things get boring and the Mystimon starts making callstone sounds. Keep picking up the stone and no one's answering. It's very confusing. I think the enchantment has gone haywire.
So back with the other three, Kia, Felix, and Tira. What is the plan?
I can't, in good conscience, frame someone else for the murder. I don't think that would pan out even if we tried.
Kia, you were going to say?
So I think we were thinking about going to talk to like the mayor, like check out like town records.
Yeah.
Or
So go check with the mayor.
I've tried to figure out the witch's background, what her reason for doing this shit.
And it's getting a little late. You can tell that the sun is about to go down, so it's about, at this time of year, it's between somewhere around 8 to 9 p.m.
Okay, if the sun's going down, that means most places will probably be closed. So, I think just cue for the run around with chickens with heads cut off now.
Well, you could probably still catch the mayor.
I use that method to speed up and then get to the mayor.
Okay, so you eventually find the mayor. And she is a younger woman by the name of Aveline. And she says, hello, how can I help you? Oh, hi, Kia.
hello.
How can I help you?
We're we're looking into some of the situation around the rather nasty business. I don't remember the name of the family. Okay, what was the name of the family again?
I don't think I gave you a last name on that one. Give me 1 minute. The Road.
Involving the Road family. We just wonder if we could ask maybe a couple of questions.
Oh, sure. Come on in.
Sure. And you won't know. Who's with me? Sorry. Like PC wise.
Felix and Tira.
Felix is here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, this is Felix and this is Tira. They're new in town.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall I've ever seen a half-Dracula before.
We're only slightly uncommon where I come from.
And where is that?
Over in Almana, actually.
Oh, you're a long way away from home.
I'm here as a favor for a friend.
Well, let's see if I can help you.
Then things got complicated.
Things have a knack of doing that.
Understatement of the year. Anyway, in a long sequence of events. We're trying to figure out exactly what happened with the uncle of the family. I'm sure you've heard the news by this point.
Oh, yes, yes. Terrible, terrible business. We've not had a murder here in such a long time. It's so terrible.
When was the last murder?
Oh, many years ago. I think I was just a child back then. This is usually a quiet little town.
Well, I... Nope. At a loss of words. Never mind.
Alright, go ask this question. Who and why? Just to see if there's any connection.
Oh, it's been so long. I think I would have to check our records on that. So, what can I help you with?
About who was the murderer, who was murdered, and what's the motivation, the motives behind it, and all that,
So
and how.
now you wanna dig into what this other murder was from many years ago. She thinks she was like a toddler back then. She was like 2 or 3 back then. That was so long ago, and she's in her 30s now. So that's how long ago that was. So she doesn't know anything about it personally. So she would literally have to go check the records.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about this. To go check the records for those things. And if you can, try to find someone older folk that's like 40 to 50. They might know, because they're old enough to remember.
Possibly. What do you think, Kias?
Was it? We're just on the, we're trying to think of who might have maybe had a feud with the family, and one name that came up. What's the name of the old woman again? Sorry.
Rhodes, E-Rose, or whatever you call it.
Well, the name of the family is the Road.
Yeah, no, the old lady.
The other way.
Let me scroll up in the Discord. I didn't note that in my notes.
She might have gave us a fake name, but want to know if any records of that lady's actual name could be in the record. She just told us a lie, and of course she was lying through her teeth every every breath.
Let me see here. Scrolling through all of Bifrost's gifts take a long time. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I spammed a lot apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask Luna if how many of those totems are out there? Is there another one nearby? Other than the one that was supposed to be in that woods? That she knows of?
What was that?
I'm asking Luna about those totems. Wondering if there's more of them nearby, other than the ones that we know of.
Okay, I'm going to just...
Like maybe we can like look out for some of those marks as well that was on that tree before I discarded it.
The old lady name... The old lady's name is, in the, Discord, and I'll put it in here, too. Evelite.
Yeah. We'd heard tell that Evilite might have had some sort of not, but there would have been some business between them. I was wondering if you knew anything about any sort of dealings or disputes between Evilite or the family.
Oh, Evelite, she's a quiet old lady, really. I don't recall there ever really being an issue with her.
Nope.
Okay.
No disputes or nothing in the records?
No, not that I can see, or that I recall.
Does she happen to have any kids? Or yes or no? Or grandkids? Or nothing like that?
No.
No family?
Not that I know of. She's always kind of stuck to herself.
For as long as you can remember it, right?
Yeah. And,
Does she have any friends in town
like I said, she's always kept to herself.
Hmm.
And Bifrost, you were... was someone asking a question to Luna?
I wasn't there with them. I'm still with the girls.
Tira's the one that asked Luna.
Okay. So, what was your question to Luna?
About those totems. Is there any more nearby that could be messed with?
No.
All right. Think about just like go around it, look up and down, and see if I can find any more marks. But since we'll be like going up and down the streets, I wonder if I've seen any additional marks like that was on that tree that one time before I scarred it.
Any
So that,
any additional marks?
yeah.
Marks on a tree? I don't recall you putting marks on a tree.
No, I didn't put marks on it. I'm saying I've seen any marks that looked the same before I scarred that tree, before I cut that anything off.
No.
There was some sort of inscription on a tree right at the edge of the forest.
Oh.
And Kira disturbed it by carving across it, hacking it up.
Yeah, dismantle it. I wonder if I've seen any more of it around the area.
Oh. No. Not that you've noticed.
And what time is the execution?
It is supposed to be tomorrow morning. Something like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., a.m.
Well, if I could, I'd just go ahead and just get a lantern and look around across the tree lines and all that stuff, see if I can find marks so I can dismantle those too.
Alright.
Yeah, might as well. Maybe I might. Yeah, might as well look for it. And if I can just like destroy them all, I might weaken them. And where that wish is doing, I could be disrupting it. Right?
Yep.
I don't know about you. That's what I'm doing. Rune hunting.
I will assist with that.
I think Rune's with the other party right now.
Not that Rune.
Not that Rune.
We need her. She's a pilot.
And Kia, what are you doing?
I can't really think of anything helpful to be doing at the moment.
Alright. So, time to roll some perception checks or survival checks, something like that.
Alright, I have a lantern, so yeah. If not, I just snag one off the post.
I perceive very little.
Felix
can't see the forest for the trees. Or the reverse in this case.
Just seeing how well I traverse in the freaking area.
Yeah.
So I won't be like tripping over I probably tripped over quite a few twigs and brambles. All scratched up now.
And Kia, are you assisting with that?
Sure, nothing better to be done. We want to roll.
Perception or survival?
I just did both.
So you look around for quite a while. And at around 10 to 11, you you hear from some of the magic guard in the area who are kind of just walking around, guarding the area, guarding the town, and they're kind of passing along gossip and rumors and such, and they're just talking when all of a sudden something comes over their comstones, and you overhear that there is some trouble going on at the jail. And it, from the sounds of it, it seems to be involving the man that they just brought in. That would be Ben.
Should we look into that? Look into that?
At least some of us should.
Kia, what do you think?
Yeah, probably should.
Probably should.
I'm not managing much success here, so I guess I'll head over.
Yeah. So, the jail is some ways away. It's actually some ways past the forest. And I'm going to mark it on the world map, actually.
Just in case we ever have to go to jail.
Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
In this case, 200 gold pieces.
Find a good marker here. Let's go with that. So, yeah, the Aurora Jail is quite a ways past the woods, past the forest. And I'm going to share this map now. There's a black castle marker now, a bit past the forest. You're in Chris Village currently.
That's actually a fair ways out.
Yeah, so you might want to get some transportation.
Quick transportation.
A whole room's awake.
Get some mounts.
Oh yeah, we brought some mounts with us, didn't we?
And Kia will say you have a mount, probably a Galopra.
Cool.
A Galopra is a horse.
Yeah, we rented some horses just in case we need to go somewhere fast.
Alright, so everyone has a Gallepra.
Transportation.
That will help. You can rush on through the woods to get to Aurora Jail. And as you mount up on your Gallepras, make a perception check.
Better.
Yeah,
Not
a bit
amazing.
better.
Better.
Yeah. So we have a 26, a 25, and a 21. So, Kia and Tira, you notice Luna kind of slipping away, slipping off somewhere.
Do we have time to actually try to like figure out why?
Well, one of you could, and the others rush off to Aurora Jail. Whichever you decide.
I'm gonna try to figure it out, see what's going on, why she's slipping off like that.
Alright, so Felix and Kira can mount up and rush off to Aurora Jail. Well, Tira kind of follows Luna and sees, checks what she's up to.
Do I need to roll stealth?
You can go ahead and try. Go for it.
Not 20.
Nice. And back to Bifrost. I'm sorry to leave you there doing nothing for so long.
No. This is telling the story. We're good.
Yep. So, at one point, as you're talking with Ira, Koi suddenly leaps up. She was sitting down all this time, and she suddenly leaps to her feet and starts running into the woods. And Ira is kind of shocked by this at first, and she gets up and starts running after her too.
Okay. It looks like we're all running. This is very exciting. I will be the slowest one in the trio, so I see them slowly but surely pull away as I am running after them.
Yeah, and you hear Ira yell to Koi, "What's wrong? What? Why are you following that bird?" Because she appears to be following the Hummer. And you hear Koi yell back, "It's your mommy. She's in trouble. She's been going about it all wrong." And you hear Ira shout back to her, "Koi, what are you talking about? What's my mother done this time?" And just as you make it get closer to them, you see Koi stop and just turn around and slaps Ira. And Ira is looking at her stunned. "I'm sorry, Snowy, but you've been sitting here all gloomy and sad instead of dealing with your feelings. And now your mommy is in trouble and all you could do is accuse her some more. Snowy, I will always stick by you, but trust me," says Koi. And she continues, "I never want to hurt you or anyone. Violence bad. Friends is better. But I won't keep watching you do this to yourself. I care about you too much." And Ira says, I care about you too. I'm sorry. Tell me what's wrong." And Koi composes herself and she says, "Your mommy was telling the truth when she said she called on the spirits to save her, but she was wrong. She didn't accidentally call to the wrong spirits at all. Just something went wrong. Her selfish desire to save herself corrupted the land spirit. It turned dark. That's what I sensed. Land spirits can be affected by the negative emotions of people and sometimes turn dark. But usually they're still good underneath. But if your mommy doesn't stop fighting it, it will turn bad. And Bifrost, do you say anything?
I'm probably just chugging into sight at this point when they're having that conversation, because I move at a total of about 20 feet a move action. So I am just coming into the area. So I'm catch the last end of that, and the only thing I Bifrost will have to add to
you do
anything.
You do hear all of it.
Okay, so Bifrost will puzzle through. Does this match anything that Bifrost has read so far on the matter of spirits?
Yeah, to a large extent, except you didn't know, or you hadn't read anything about land spirits or whatever she's trying to refer to being affected by the emotions of people.
Yeah. That's fascinating, and I had no idea. So, are we speaking then of a specific one that she's been interacting with recently, or is it the spirit that's around us as well?
Koi, so Iris asks why. What's it doing that she would be fighting it for? And Koi says, "Your mommy's dying, Snowy. It's trying to help her. It's trying to save her. I know you have a hard time forgiving her, but she needs you. I think you be the only one who can get through her." And she turns to you. And what was your question?
Just, is the spirit that she's interacting with the same spirit that's cursing us, or is it a newer spirit?
It's a different spirit.
Okay. Well, if I have some way of assisting, I have healing magic that may be of use in this situation.
And Iris is kind of stunned by her words, and she kind of turns around and she says, "It's true, I am having a hard time forgiving her. But you're also right. She is my mother. But how can I help? She's been pushing me away." Kawhi says, "I think that's because she's wanting to protect you from the spirit. She's afraid of you getting hurt by it. But she also thinks it's a necro spirit. She's right to want to protect you from that. But misplaced, because it's not that. It's a land spirit. You call it an elemental, I guess." Says Gwali, and she looks at the Hummer. "People are funny sometimes. They get so afraid of the darkness within themselves, but forget it's their own choices that determine whether that darkness be good or bad. That's your mommy right now. If you're ready to trust me, let's go save her. It's time for you to protect her for a change."
As we make our way towards that location, Bifrost only wants to add one thing.
Sure.
What if What if the evil inside a person is pre-existing?
You mean like the bad man with the hat?
No. I mean, people like Geary or myself who were made and then a spirit was placed within us. What if the spirit had pre-existing evil? Then no matter how much good we might do, wouldn't we still have that inside us?
There's a difference between the dark and evil. Darkness is just that. It's just darkness. Evil is something else.
But how would we know?
You just have to know yourself, I guess.
That might never be possible, though. And then Bifrost will lapse into quiet because it's dropping behind as the others are moving quickly.
And Ira smiles and she says, "You're wiser than you let on. Why do you hide this part of you?" And Kawhi says, "No reason. I guess I needed the right person to show it." And Tira, you've eventually catch up with Luna. And you follow her to that same place, that same clearing in the woods where that totem was, where her totem was. And you find her casting some sort of ritual. And make me a perception check. She spends that story point. Alright, so
time too.
you realize that there seems to be like a blank look in her eyes. It's not her. You don't think this is really her. You don't think she's really herself. She looks like she may be under the control of something else.
Okay, I'm gonna do something. Do an air burst. Pretty much try to just disrupt her. Disrupt her to doing a ritual.
Okay,
so 42 DC 25.
Alright. And she rolls aside just as you do that. She does make the 42 DC.
What's your roll?
She rolled 27.
Okay, nothing happens.
Right. And she looks back at you. And you, for a quick second, see a red glint in her eyes.
Oh, that's not good.
I didn't do it.
Well, at least I disrupted a ritual, did I?
For now. And back with Kia and Felix, you make it to the Aurora jail. Just as you're hearing from the guards outside, something is going on with him. He is going through some seizures. And as you come into the room where he is, you see him just suddenly float up into the air.
Do I know anything about it?
That could be supernatural evidence, just saying.
Could be. Definitely could be. You know that this is definitely not normal.
I was hoping.
It's just
for more
buoyancy,
specific.
folks.
Oh well.
You know it's definitely not normal, and you're not sure exactly what it could be. You think it could either be a demon that's doing this, or something else, or like maybe a curse or a spell. You're not sure.
We've got people seeing this too. It's not just us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kia, what do you make of it?
Kind of like occultism, religion, see if I can kind of see what's going on, or have an idea.
Yeah, Felix already rolled an occultism check, and he thinks it could either be a demon that's doing it, or it could be some sort of spell or ritual or curse.
That doesn't mean that another knowledge check would be invalid.
Yeah.
Maybe a medicine check to see sort of what's, if he's like being hurt by this or something like that.
Sure.
There you go.
Oh, you can see some scratches forming on his body.
Forming on his body with no explanation?
Yeah. They're just suddenly appearing.
Okay.
Right. Are there? I'm sorry. Yeah. So, are there any healers around? I'll start trying to start. I'm gonna start like trying to sort of like not maybe like pat like what you call it, like staunch any wounds that are opening, or like as I call for other healers.
So the doctors are like, they don't know what the hell is going on, and they're kind of you could tell they're all frightened. They don't want to go near him because they don't know what the hell is going on here.
Well, I can at least get a little involved with where's the button to do the thing? I don't know how to roll these things.
What
This-
thing?
Casting my natural healing. Well, not casting. Manifesting?
Yeah.
Manifesting.
Shouldn't that be under your powers page?
It is. I just don't know how to work Fantasy Ground. Don't worry about me.
Doesn't look like you've gotten that automated.
I'm not surprised.
Oh boy, I'm looking at Kia. What the hell? Actions. Um.
You have to click on the hourglass on the right, so you open
yeah.
up, so you get the so you can get the effects.
There we go. Apply to your current target. Unfortunately, there is no target to use, so...
Just roll the dice on the chat screen. That's it. Then you can put that over on it, onto whoever. What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell?
I
indeed?
don't know, I'm just clicking buttons until something is right.
Like that.
Yes.
I just clicked the red cross button.
Okay.
So 5 HP to whoever is your target.
That would be the uncle that is levitating and
Okay.
having scratches manifesting on his body.
Yeah, Ben.
Ben, yes. I can help, I promise.
Oh my god.
What did I miss?
Alex posted something in the Discord. Every D&D group that has ever played. Let's split up, gang! 5 minutes later. What did you expect to happen, says the GM? Well, I don't know, but I'm TPK, says the players. Yeah. Yep. Indeed, and that's this situation right here.
Yeah, we're split in different ways. 3 different ways.
Anyways, back to Bifrost. As you catch up to Koi and Ira as they have actually come onto the scene and find Tira, and Koi is putting up her hand. She says, "Stop! Stop!" Motioning to you, Tira.
I had to distract her in some way because she was doing a ritual.
And Koi says, Koi explains to you what she explained to Ira and Bifrost. That she believes that it's what she calls a land spirit that has just turned dark. But it's not actually bad or evil. she explains to you that it's trying to help her, but she keeps fighting it.
Well then.
And Bifrost and Tira, you can both make occultism checks.
Hmm.
So Tira, you do think that by land spirit she is talking about elementals or elemental spirits.
Okay.
And an earth elemental spirit would be necessary for special healing, so that would make sense. Because of its color association.
Yeah. But of course, the current problem is she's being controlled and possessed by this spirit.
Not sure that's good or bad.
Chloe explains it's trying to help her, but she keeps fighting it, so it keeps trying to take back control to help her. But the more she fights it, it might turn bad.
Well, can you convince her to give in? Let it do what it needs to do.
Kawaii says maybe Snowy can get through to her? And Iris says, I'm willing to try. But I don't know what to do.
Oh, by the way, the airburst I use, you guys heard a loud fucking thunderous sound, but nothing happened. So
Yeah, like
that's
a
the reason why you're able to
sonic
find us
boom.
real quick.
Kind of like a sonic boom.
Yeah, just debris and just air around her, just blow up, but it didn't harm her at all.
Yeah.
Like a thunderous boom. That's why they were able to find us quickly.
Yeah. So, if you want to try to help get through to her, help Ira try to get through to her, you can do diplomacy checks. $26 from Tira.
Can I assist as well?
Sure. Oh,
Damn.
Felix will be
Kind
right
of.
back.
Kind of an area of strength.
Yeah. So, you roll your diplomacy checks, aiding Ira as she tries to speak to her mother. And she says, Mom, I know you don't want me here. But you need to let me help. You need to let us help. You need to stop fighting it. It is trying to help you. And Tira and Bifrost, what do you say?
I'm honestly waiting because I feel like right now Ira needs to be the person to be the rational voice and the connecting voice. But Bifrost is just trying to be supportive in this moment.
Right.
If things look like they're breaking down, that's when Bifrost will intervene.
Yeah. Ira continues. It's hard. You've been gone so long, and you push me away. It's hard to forgive. You don't even want to tell me what happened to Dad. You never even told me you were alive. That's hard to forgive. But at the same time, you are my mother. And Luna looks at her. Luna looks at her, and you can see a glint of something in her eyes. And make me perception checks. Tira, you think that glint is the red glint that you saw before. But Bifrost, the glint that you see is actually a tear in the corner of her eye. And back with Felix and Kia.
Oh no.
You were trying to heal Ben. You were trying everything you can do to stop what is happening to him. And you notice these cuts start to form on his wrists. And then back to Tira and Bifrost.
Did we get a call from the other group? So what the hell's going on?
You can try. You can go ahead and do that.
I'm busy.
Maybe Kia could pick up.
Okay, I'm just
Sounds
going
like Kia has one of the stones or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody should have one.
Everyone should have one.
I don't think Kia was ever. Well, I mean, maybe, but I don't remember Kia being given one by anyone.
You have one, sure. Go.
Okay.
Here, can you answer this? It's going off.
Bleed.
Meanwhile, the Hummer on our side is making that noise again.
Yeah, I put the hover right by it. So
So Kia, you pick up the comm stone, and it's Tira.
Hey, what's going on? Are you guys in?
A little busy. Ben's body is pretty much tearing itself apart, so trying to stay on top of that.
Okay, we've dealt with two things. We got one over here, and now you got one on. Oh shit! Hey, Bifrost. Here.
Talk
I had
faster,
him
please. The
open.
man is being ripped apart.
Okay. So I need to get there. Is that what needs to happen?
Anyone who can help with this should be up running now. We're doing what we can to stabilize him, but it's getting worse.
All right. So I'm gonna go and get to one of the mounts, and then hopefully take him out there. One of the
Alright.
heavy mounts.
Alright, so Bifrost, you mount up and head off to Aurora Jail as
Yeah.
Tira-
Just before though I leave, I'm going to pause and I'm going to gently take one of Ira's hands and one of Luna's hands and say, "I'm honored that I could be here to see the beginning of this. Don't give it up." And then Bifrost will run.
Alright.
Hey,
So,
never mind. He took off with the call.
I have two bombs and a Hummer that makes that noise.
so
No,
I
the
could do,
Hummer is staying with Koi, of course.
Oh, okay, good.
So I could do a battle medicine roll to just try and get a few more hit
Yeah,
points.
sure.
On,
Yeah, sure.
on our boy.
And Bifrost, as you're leaving, why don't you make a perception check?
I will laugh. You hit a branch.
Okay.
You believe that Koi has imprinted that Hummer.
Makes sense.
And what that means is basically...
It's the explanation for Sirenscape.
Sure, we'll go
Oh
for that.
no!
Sure, we'll go with that. What that means basically is you can imprint Mystimon, and that means you kind of basically capture that creature. So that's what that means. So that Hummer is now basically hers. It's her pet.
She's gonna get basically like theme music all the time now.
Now we have
Whenever
an
we're around Kwai, there's like important music, and it all makes sense. And
now we have an explanation for the Sirenscape.
yep,
Who knew? That actually was never my intention, but yeah, it makes perfect sense. I never even thought of that. And Kia is healing Ben, trying to anyways.
For cheeky 27 hit points.
Alright. And Bifrost is on his way. And Ira continues. I want to try to forgive you. It's just going to be hard, and it may take a while. And you see Luna finally blink, and she shakes her head. I am so very sorry, Ira, for the things that I've said to you. And Koi approaches and says, I was afraid of you at first, but because I sensed what I thought was bad. But even though it may seem bad, it's not. Stop trying to fight it. Instead, make it your own. It wants to help. Let it. And back with Kia and Felix, you're trying everything you can to help Ben, but he finally falls back down from the levitation. The levitation finally stops and he falls. And it appears like the spell or curse or whatever it was has lifted. And what is sheer pain?
Basically, I would be taking half of the damage, from all effects that deal damage.
Sure.
You said we were doing everything, and so that's part of doing everything that Felix can do.
Yeah, of course. And back in the clearing with Tira and everyone else, Luna places a hand on Koi's shoulder and leans down and looks her in the eyes. I think my daughter has found someone very, truly wonderful. I would like sometime, if you were up for it, to get to know you better. And Koi replies, I thought you didn't like that we were together. Luna shakes her head. I said those terrible things because I was trying to push her away. I was trying to protect her. And I regret everything that I said. I regret everything. I am truly sorry. The truth is, I only want her to be happy and safe. That's all I've ever wanted. And at the time, I thought she was safest away from me. I will admit I was a little taken aback, but as long as she is happy, that's all that matters. I know she may never forgive me. Koi looks at Ira and says, Snowy doesn't forgive easily. She stays mad a long time. But give her time. And Ira shoots her a look. I hope time is something that she has. I fear I may have made a few enemies with my actions. There are some who would dislike that I helped you, even if you were the ones who helped me in the end, for which I am eternally grateful.
Don't tell me it's the Mad Hatter, right?
If you are referring to Zolgoth, or the bad man with the hat, yes. And it's probably best that I keep my distance.
Yeah, I think I made an enemy with him too. He probably didn't like to spit down his throat.
I'd love to hear that story sometime.
And I hope he gagged.
And later, as Luna has left to keep her distance, to continue to keep Ira safe. Because now she's more worried about other enemies. Ira asks... Ira turns to Koi, and Koi tells her, I think you may be wrong about her. I know you'd be mad. I know she said terrible things before. But she has her reasons. She just wants to protect you. Ira shrugs. That may be what she thinks she's doing, but in so doing she's hurting me at the same time. I don't know what her reasons could possibly be for pushing me out of her life. For leaving me in a ditch. But I am grateful for that at the same time, as much as it hurts. And Koi looks confused, and Ira says, because I got to meet you after all, and gives her a kiss.
You two, get a room.
And Ira looks, it gives you a look. And Koi says, she doesn't mind, you know, about us. Ira scoffs and says, not like I care what my mother thinks of who I share a bed with. To which Koi asks, what share a bed mean? Ira says, I'll tell you when you're older. Anyways, back with the others. Bifrost, you do eventually make it to Aurora Jail. And you are able to perform some extra healing.
Good. And maybe start the process of calming things down.
Yeah. The doctors are all frantically asking you, what was that? What happened?
Would occultism or religion be better for this?
Occultism. There you go.
I'll proceed to explain in minute detail exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's like
Blame necro spirits while we're at it.
And
Might as well.
Yep. It's like a half hour to an hour explanation.
Thank you for
A
coming to
long
my TED Talk.
explanation, but effective.
you know, Cyber, this is like the kind of explanation is
The
back
20-minute master thesis.
on dragons, why you don't want to piss off dragons. Yeah. It's the 20-minute master thesis on necrospirits.
Got a whole encyclopedia. Reading it out loud.
Yeah. Well, Kia and Felix try to finish up with the healing, I guess. Or whatever they want to do.
I mean, since things have calmed down, it's not troublesome to slowly go through the process of making things better.
Yeah.
Bandaging up wounds, comforting.
And that is why he is innocent.
Instead of spilling the bean, you spill some blood, huh?
Very much.
And just as you believe, just as you think that everything's done and over with, Felix, as you are leaving the jail, make me a fortitude save.
Fortitude save.
It's not a good.
Hang on just a moment.
And at the same time, Bifrost and Kia make reflex saves.
Out of curiosity, is this a saving throw
Yeah, definitely,
against
please.
a spell or haunt?
It is against a haunt, yes.
Alright, so my root magic feat gives me a +2 because I'm an expert or better in occultism for today. And you wanted a fortitude save, right?
Yes, yes.
That's what I've got.
So, Felix, what happens is you feel something suddenly push you against the wall, and you're kind of hovering there against the wall, like hanging from the wall of the jail. And Kia and Bifrost, as that happens, you feel a force wave push you. It kind of feels like a wind or something, a big gust of wind, kind of pushes you out of the way.
Good thing I wasn't there.
And Kia, you take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Did I succeed?
You failed.
Okay, just checking.
Oof.
So I've got evasion.
And Bifrost, you take 2. You did succeed.
So it was really close.
Yep.
Yep. If I could roll above a 5 for reflex saves.
Mm-hmm.
You've got reflexes. I'm jealous.
No, in this case, Bifrost has better reflexes.
I obviously, was ready for it, I guess.
Yeah.
My whole talk about necrospirits made me ready.
Yeah. And yeah, what do you do as Felix is now basically pinned to the wall?
I'm gonna make a little bit of a jump to a conclusion here. I'm gonna try to rebuke the thing by using the name Moloch, just to see if that's what's going on here.
Okay. And what check are you going to use to do this?
I would lean towards religion as a spiritual person, but if you think there's a better choice, let me know. I do have spirit lore as well.
Is that one of the checks you can use? Let's see.
I have spirit lore. I don't know if that would work better.
Yeah, I was about to call him, but I didn't realize that Bifrost took off with my comm.
And the noise you've been hearing all this time is that Hummer.
Am I able to talk through the Hummer?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Or quiet only.
It doesn't work that way.
Now, if it had heard me talk, then you could feel like you were communicating with me.
So religion can only be used to decipher its writing, identify its magic, or learn its spells.
Okay. How about spirit lore?
That could be used to recall knowledge. Religion could also be used to recall knowledge.
Yeah. So occultism is the only thing I could use to rebuke, other than like using spirit magic.
To coerce it, gather information on it, or impersonate it, you use deception, diplomacy, or intimidation.
All right. Well, there's one of those that's a decent choice for me, and that's diplomacy. So I will implore it to release Felix using diplomacy.
All right, and you get a +2.
Assist with this, if that's a valid thing to do.
You can try. I don't think you need to.
Well, half an hour later, Moloch has decided to give up this petty thing. No, no, I know that's not going on.
No.
That's an awesome assist.
That's a 36.
It is a good assist.
38.
Yeah.
And Bifrost, it drops Felix, and Felix falls to the ground. And then you, sir, need to make a fortitude save.
Okay.
And meanwhile, Kia, what are you doing?
Wow.
It's kind of out of my wheelhouse, honestly.
Yeah, you can't even see what's actually doing this. You can't even see it.
Yeah, like, I just don't think I really have much of anything to.
Yeah, Bifrost, it looks like Kia's like lost here. Like she doesn't know what's going on.
So Bifrost says, I assume that I've got no actual restriction of my breathing. Am I being lifted up right now?
Yes, you are being pinned against one of the trees.
So, just not to make you very alarmed, but this appears to be the spirit that we've been cursed with, and it appears to be wishing to pursue its vendetta against us. Sorry, I didn't explain it quite well before, but it seems quite immediate at the moment. And its name is Moloch, and it doesn't like its name being used, and it doesn't like us, as you might guess. But seriously, you don't need to hold me here. If you just let me know what you need, perhaps we can find an accommodation.
Try to negotiate with the demon.
Well, I mean, they gotta have wants too.
Give me a way to hit it, and I shall.
It is a spirit, necro spirit. It should be right here. If you imagine something big enough to hold me up here, that might give you an idea. It's actually, Bifrost is going to try and take hold of an animating appendage that's holding it up. Is there anything like a limb, even if it's invisible, that I can grab a hold of? Not to wrestle against it, but just to give a sense of place. I mean, I can actually probably just float up here, and that'll take a lot of pressure off of the rest of my frame, but I'm trying to sort of like grab onto the arm wrist that is theoretically holding me up here.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone, the three of you, please roll initiative.
Okay.
time for the combat tracker.
Kid?
Yes.
There she goes. So it looks like 18. Let's type that in there. I'm going to roll initiative. Bullock. And Felix, it is your go.
All right. I am down some points. Psi casting points. Oh dear.
What the hell?
Okay. I am, instead of doing anything offensive with my first turn, I am going to use meditation.
I mean, it's not like it's not already pissed off.
Forgoing my actions to regain 1d8 plus my int modifier to my casting pool for a total of 12.
A total of 12. So, what does that do?
It gives me 12 more points to spend on my psionic not spells. And ends my turn.
Okay. We're going to pass the puck on to Bifrost, as Bifrost is pinned to the tree.
So, I am pinned to the tree, essentially grappled and sort of immobile, as it were, but I can still move my arms, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, does casting a spell provoke an action? Somatic and verbal. So I've got to do some motion, and I got to speak. If this thing has it, it'll be able to attack me, correct? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm casting Fairy Fire.
And
directly in front of me.
okay, and that does provoke.
Go for it. I'm right here. You know where I am.
And it goes to throw you.
I don't think I can stop it.
So
I am, however, using my flight.
You are being thrown.
Okay.
Make me a reflex save to see if you can actually activate the flight before you hit the ground.
I don't know.
You hit the ground.
Poof. Alright.
And you take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Not having common and ordinary lungs, but bellows, I should be able to still eke out the sounds and the motion sufficient to finish the Fairy Fire spell and lay it down on the being that had me pinned to the tree.
Alright, go for it.
It has a substantial range. 120 feet range and a 10-foot burst, so I don't think I was thrown too far away, and I lay down the Fairy Fire. It is I will make it a color of my choice. Let's see, I'll make it the blue that is often associated with the the light that I've been using for Niven. Visible creatures can't be concealed, but it's invisible. They are concealed while affected by fairy fire rather than just being undetected. So it's no longer undetected.
All right.
If it's there.
Felix and Kia, you do see something. It is some kind of it looks like a huge translucent being of some kind. It is. Think of this effect as kind of like the Predator from the Predator movies.
All right.
So you can make out the translucent outline of whatever this is, and it is huge. It's between 10 to 15 feet tall.
And then my last motion will be picking myself up off the ground, which is the end of my combat round.
All right.
And I'm going to push that on.
Kia, you see something now.
Cool. I will. Would I be able to do I can do hunt prey.
All right.
Do hunt prey. Is the single creature as my prey?
I recognize boxer short.
Yeah. Cool. And I have a monster hunter, so when I hunt prey, I get a recall knowledge check about them. Cool. So, what am I rolling for recall knowledge?
What are you rolling for? What?
Recall knowledge.
Oh, recall knowledge. That's going to be occultism.
Cool.
So, this is a greater necrospirit, and it is incredibly powerful. And what kind of knowledge are you, in particular, are you trying to recall?
Maybe like defenses or weaknesses that it has.
You know that greater necrospirits don't have the same kind of weaknesses as other necrospirits. But you're not sure what Molochs could be. And
as much as it sounds like it's not helpful, that's important.
That was actually a 29. Because you got a +2 for knowing its true name.
Okay.
Essentially, we can't assume normal things that would affect necrospirits will affect Moloch. Which is important.
Cool. So, right, well, okay, so let's move 1. Then, I've got a pair of casters with me, I think. So, I suppose I'm gonna move in. So, I will move towards it and flurry with my Sawtooth Blades.
Alright.
I can't, so that's how the hell do I roll attacks in this combat? It's probably a good starting point. That doesn't look right. Combat skill inventory? No. Oh wait, here. I have much more than a +4 to hit, so what the fuck are we doing, game?
Uh-oh.
Okay, I have no idea. You can type this.
Like, I noticed your HP was way lower than it should be.
I can't change that. So yeah, I don't know what's up with this sheet. We're gonna have to at some point do a proper go over
Have a
this
conversation with the system. Yeah.
Have a conversation with Fantasy Grounds. Okay, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Did you want to go to the beach tonight? Lovely day for the beach.
So,
have a conversation with Fantasy Grounds. Yeah, sure.
so it's first stack's a 22 to hit,
and that is not a hit.
and
It's a big monster.
second attack is, I think, +13 to hit because that's how flurry works, right?
Is it an agile weapon?
Yeah, it is. It's actually only
Okay.
-2, so it's
So it'll be-
+14.
Yeah.
Cool,
that hits.
Cool,
That's better.
Good. That's the one I actually would prefer to. So that is 2d6 plus 4, right? Twin. Yeah.
Is somebody going to call Tira?
I'm thinking about like going ahead there anyways.
Okay.
I don't know about you three, but I'm gonna want to check up on the guys at the jail.
That could work. You could do that,
Cool.
sure.
So that's so that's 14 damage.
On me way.
And I believe that is my turn.
Alright. And next round, Moloch. Let's see.
Not it.
Felix, make me a will save.
All right.
He said not it, so I guess that made him a target.
Uh,
I doubt it matters particularly. That was actually 15 damage. Sorry.
I'll keep that.
Alright, 27.
You saved Will.
And then, Kia, you make a will save. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Okay, that helps. That helps. And Bifrost, you make a will save.
Okay. Usually I'm pretty good at that, but not this time.
This rule may be important.
anytime you succeed on a will save provoked by a spell, power, or ability, you may add your intelligence modifier to your saving throw. Force the creature provoking this action to perform the same roll. If you rolled higher than your opponent, they are stunned for many rounds equal to 1 plus your intelligence modifier.
So if that is valid, Moloch needs to roll a will save DC 33 or become stunned for 5 rounds.
It succeeds with a 20 on the die.
Alright. I will let Moloch know that this is going to happen every time that he tries to invade my mind.
Sure.
So perhaps I'll be a less tempting target for such things like this in the future.
Well, if you would not say not me, maybe that won't make you a tempting target.
I mean, I'm fine being a target. Eventually it'll happen, and then we all get 5 rounds against it while it's stunned.
Okay, Bifrost, you rolled 22. So, you see this vision of this, you see this vision of this, what looks like a snowy valley with many trees, and you see a town, or at least what looks like a town. It looks like the ruins of a town covered in ice.
A town covered in ice.
And then the vision stops.
It sounds like something I've seen on a map before.
And Felix, it is your move.
Alright. So, first and foremost, we will cast Shield. I now have a magical Shield of Force, giving me an AC bonus.
Alright.
That may or may not automatically apply. It is
Maybe.
applied. And lets me shield block without having a hand available to it because it is a mental shield as one of my actions. For a second action, I am going to try poking it with my stick.
Poke it with the stick.
Poke it with a stick. A 19 misses.
Yeah, that definitely misses.
And I'll try one more time.
That misses too.
4 successful? Aw. Alright. I failed to poke it with a stick. It's a sharp, pointy stick. Magical sharp point, but that is my turn. How do I hand my turn off?
In the turn tracker, there's a thing at the bottom.
That's a
turn
look
complete.
at my temperatures right now. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty chilly there.
Only 100 frames per second?
That's... You know, I'm thinking of taking that thing off because it
Not terribly accurate.
it's not terribly accurate and it's laggy. It's slow.
Anyway, Bifrost can have a turn.
Excellent. So this is not a normal necrospirit. It doesn't have the same resistances and weaknesses as a normal necrospirit would. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's it's currently just sort of lashing out, but am I correct that I've seen a city like this, not necessarily in person, but on a map before, perhaps?
Make me a society check.
Will do. It sounds familiar. A city that's actually covered in ice.
It sounds familiar, but you can't quite place it.
Well, I have something to look up when I survive this, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So it's coming after me, and is it's still within reach of me? That creature that large, correct?
It threw you, so no.
Ah, so it's moved away enough that I have space to cast stuff. Okay. I am going to cast Blink on myself.
Alright.
And the purpose for this, it's a more powerful spell, but it will allow me to basically be a lot more defensible. And then once I have that, I am going to I will hold on to that. I will sustain the spell essentially so that I can do the blinking action, but I'm going to use my last action to call Moloch towards myself rather than the other two.
Alright.
So it's another diplomacy roll, right?
Sure.
Okay, so with the 24, hopefully that works. Hopefully it's going to come towards me, and then I'm just going to blink randomly.
26, right? Because
I'm using the name. That's true.
Alright. So hopefully that does work.
Yep, and then the effect, and this lasts for a minute, it will give me some resistance to damage. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll give me some. And then as long as I sustain it, I will vanish and reappear 10 feet away in a random direction determined by you.
Sure.
And it happens at the end of my turn. I vanish and reappear. So hopefully this is going to get it to chase me around a little bit.
And hopefully Blink doesn't put you right in its path.
It could. The only thing that's good is that doesn't trigger reactions. So if it does, it does, and that's fine, and that's why the resistance is useful too. But either way, this makes for some kind of amusement too. So I do my blink.
It could be amusing, certainly.
So end of turn comes. I'm passing on to Kia, and you can blink me where you wish.
All right.
Well, randomly.
Randomly.
Exactly.
Oh my. I just rolled a d8.
Hooray!
And it blinked you directly 5 feet away from it.
That's fine. Really, the point of the defense is to boost me just in case.
it's like, boop. Uh-oh.
Cool. Well,
Also, I think Kia's hit points probably need to get fixed a little.
I'm
Wait,
keeping track of them in the temp section. For them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to fix that eventually at some point.
Cool. So,
They need to fix her whole character sheet.
Yeah, it's a mess.
For hit points to work correctly, you're supposed to do drag and drop, not point in level. Don't type in numbers.
What?
It means you're supposed to drag and drop the class onto your sheet.
We'll sort it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm actually kind of lost what to do with my third action this round, but twin takedown is probably a good start as any. Damn.
That's a miss. That's a hit.
Cool.
And that's 12.
Damage. With nothing better to do, make a third attack.
And that's another hit. You know, the one doing the most damage here so far is Kia.
Makes sense.
I'm
she's
working on it.
Yeah, the pointy stick is not working.
And I'm playing the lure,
Cool.
making myself bait.
Last action. Honestly, you don't.
Fishing for a greater demon. That's fun.
I truly don't think I have.
Well, that was 3 actions, so.
No, it was 2. It was twin takedown and just a regular third attack. I suppose I could recall knowledge again, if that's possible.
1 second. Okay, sure. Go ahead.
No.
Nope. Got nothing.
Oh well. And that's the end of my turn. Yeah, I think I've got like 38 damage all told so far, so it's not nothing.
And Tira, you finally make it here with Kwai and Ira. Roll me initiative. $29. And you can go ahead and take your turn after Bullock. Bifrost, make me a will save.
Okay. I
good.
make the will save.
And then Bifrost, make me a reflex save as you feel this force of wind kind of try to blow you aside.
No, I'm not that good with.
And you get blown aside by this gust of wind,
Yep.
and that's 10.
With my damage resistance, or should I reduce that to 5?
With your damage resistance, yes.
So it's 10 that I take.
No, that's after your. That's before your damage resistance. So
Okay,
add
so
your.
damage resistance takes it down to 5, so I take 5 damage.
Okay.
Which is better than before. I think I can survive
Yep.
this for a little while.
Yep. And let's see. Kia, make me a reflex save.
No.
He actually
Kia
kidding
gets
me.
blown away.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, fine.
That's 10.
Cool.
And Tira, take your turn.
Alright. I just finally able to like, hey, what's going on? Oh shit.
And you notice Koi goes and runs behind a tree. She's like, "It's the super bad!"
Okay.
Okay, do I see it?
Yeah, you can see some kind of translucent figure because of Bifrost spell.
Oh, okay. So I can easily see it. I'm going to do the concussion. DC 25. It fails.
Yeah. No, wait, that's 19 plus whatever its fortitude save is. I didn't put that in there, so it's 33.
Can't remember just a hit or miss, but let me see. Oh, it takes half damage.
Okay. And that's
Half of 11.
Half of 11, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Since it's deceased, it's not stunned at all. That's 2 actions. I got 1 action left.
Yep.
Damn, got too many things that has 2 actions. Okay, why not? Do another 1 action power.
Alright.
Actually, it's a cantrip, air burst.
Why not?
DC 25.
Sounds like fun.
It succeeds. Fortitude save, that's, yeah. Plus 14, 29.
Takes 1 damage. You hear a loud boo. Everybody's deaf. Ah!
I hope I didn't need that hearing.
Well, it's loud enough to. It's like a big old loud sonic boom. Air just bursted around it, but nothing happened to it. So, well, damn.
Felix.
All
Try to
right.
poke it with the stick again?
Time for some showmanship. I think.
Maybe.
No, this one's more fun.
This one's more fun.
This one's more fun. No, this one's not more fun. That doesn't help. So I am going to cast Force Sleep, which is basically a leap action with a guaranteed 30 feet in any direction without touching the ground, to leap toward Moloch, so that I am well within 5 feet. And then I'm going to poke him with a stick.
Might not be so fun in a little bit.
And that did not work.
Yep, that's a miss.
And then to wrap it all up, where'd that go?
With a bow?
With a boom?
With a bow?
With a boom.
With a boom.
No bow.
Nope, with a boom. So I am going to teleport with my sonic boom. Teleport yourself to an unoccupied space you can see within range of 90 feet. I'm gonna go with 40 feet, 35 feet away from Moloch.
Okay.
Immediately after I disappear, a thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space must make a fortitude save, or take 3d6 sonic damage, with half damage on a successful save.
Well, Bifrost was not right next to it, so... Was anyone right next to it?
I believe
It threw us.
just Moloch.
Yeah. Even if it was me next to it, I'd gladly take the hit if this helped. But it threw us with wind, I think.
Yeah.
So,
So, it takes the damage.
Moloch is going to need to roll a fortitude save against, I assume, my spell DC.
How's a 20 on the die?
That's a critical failure.
Really?
Yes.
Really? You have some epic points I don't know about?
Yes, my birthday was last week, don't you remember? For half of 11 damage, Sonnet.
So, critical success doesn't make it nothing?
It doesn't list any benefits for being a critical success.
Maybe Alex should
Is
take
a
a look
success?
at that.
I can't look at it right now.
I linked it in chat.
Well, I can't see it. Only the GMs can see that.
Oh. Today I learned. Nomad's focus spell Sonic Boom.
Well, I mean, maybe Alex should take a look at it later on. And... I don't know, maybe make it a basic save? Anyways.
Regardless. Have some damage.
Half damage.
I at least heard it a little bit.
It's based off of actual focus.
Bifrost.
name.
Okay. I guess I need to be more offensive. It needs to understand that this is not the way we're going to play the game. So,
We're playing a game?
yeah. So Bifrost is going to concentrate and, with a few gestures, gather the light in the air around it, and then cast a ray of colored light towards Moloch. I have to make a spell attack roll, so it will be a die plus 13.
Alright.
And I think I'm just going to roll the 20-sided, and then we'll add 13 to that.
Tira says, I thought this was a life or death conflict.
And I fail. I fail miserably. That is frustrating. That's a lot of magic to use. Okay, so it splinters in this beautiful array, and just for the amusement of myself, I'm going to find out what energy that was going to... Yep, that's good. Yep, that would have been an acid ray of 40 acid damage. Oh, crud. Okay, well, a lot of energy was used there, and Bifrost is going to continue to sustain the spell that is an actual, sustaining spell, the blink, and once more, I'm going to attempt a diplomacy to draw Moloch back to me.
Okay.
Because I am a glutton for punishment. Nope, I'm a failure. I sound weak and greedy and completely unappealing to Moloch. Wow.
Bifrost.
Two natural ones in a row.
You blink and end up. You blink and you end up inside the jail.
That's okay. Now it's going to have a lot harder time to get to me. The only unfortunate thing is, I am not, drawing it to me, so now it can't find me. That's cruddy. Okay. All right, I'm all set. I just spent a turn of failure.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
It does.
Cool. So, move back to engage.
I'm so looking forward to that flat damage.
Then I will twin takedown.
No save.
Oh god. Second attack.
Darn it.
And third attack, why not? Yeah, just penny for pound. Nope, round of failure. It's my turn.
And Moloch decides apparently it's done with this game, and it vanishes. And that is the end of combat.
But I still have 15 more things to do.
Moloch is becoming afraid of you.
Okay.
So we got Top Hat, now Moloch.
And as it disappears, Luna appears from the trees, and she says, "Some curses are not what they appear to be."
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, this isn't a curse, if it wasn't already apparent.
It's an opportunity.
Wait, what? Then all of a sudden I see freaking Bifrost go bleep, somewhere else up. Okay.
This will be my next big thing. I'll just use blur all the time. I'll just keep blinking back and forth all the time. People are always like, where did he go? No, it's just the way he is.
Luna says, I am sorry. I am sorry because I admit I summoned that thing. Or rather, I found it. Under the orders of Zolgoth.
Well, eventually let's return it to sender. Give it back to him.
If only it were that simple.
I know. Easy said than done.
I was told that it was connected to some type of object that you might have.
No, actually, that is in the possession of Zolgoth.
It also showed me a village covered in ice, perhaps abandoned.
I wouldn't know about that.
I could swear I've heard of this type of thing before. Well, maybe some research I need to do.
Zolgoth sees these things, these necrospirits, as servants of the void. And he knows there are some necrospirits all over the world that are bound to a place or are imprisoned. He has been trying to release them. And that is all I can say.
So if we go to one of these places, is it possible that we could bound this Moloch to it and he'd be stuck there?
Binding Moloch would take a lot more power than you have.
I'm willing to give quite a bit.
I must leave you now. Keep
Can
my
I-
daughter safe.
Yeah, my word. Before you leave, though,
I mean, she's useful, worth keeping around.
Yeah, until you piss her off.
Bifrost will offer, if I can walk with you for a short time before you go.
Alright.
And then when there's some quiet, Bifrost will ask Luna how likely it is that Zolgoth will try and draw her back in again.
At this moment, Zolgoth is probably very upset with me.
Will he believe that you have taken a different path? Or do you think that he will try to bring you back again?
I feel that he will probably lash out. And that's what makes me worried about my daughter.
I'll do what I can to make sure she is safe. If he does try to reach out, don't put yourself in any danger, but do let us know if there's something we can do. I'm sorry that I did not do more when I first met you to assist.
I regret some of the things that I said. And I regret everything that I said to my daughter. I regret making her hate me.
Give her time, but don't give up trying to make a better connection, because she will need your strength sometime. Perhaps sooner than we both think.
Thank you. All I can say... All I can say is I hope Solgoth doesn't know. I hope he doesn't know about her connection to me. And hopefully that will keep her safe. But I just don't know.
I will try to let her know that we should be careful around him not to draw the connection for him. He picks up on too much already.
Yes, he does. He is a very dangerous man. You should be aware. You should beware of him. And beware of his tricks.
Still trying to understand him, though. I don't yet understand why he does what he does.
I don't think he is a man who could be understood.
Understatement of the week.
I think you said that earlier. That may be actually the understatement of the season.
Can you say rinse and repeat?
I will not keep you longer. Thank you.
And with her leave, you call up Rune to get her to come and get you, and that is where I'm going to end today's session. Kia, it looks like you have to stick around with this group because Bollock may now be after you as well.
Yeah, and it's not safe to be on your own.
Together.
Yes.
It's nice to be wanted, don't it?
So,
Yep.
Kia, it looks like you've got to go pack up and get ready to move into the ranch. Bifrost may need to give you some warnings about the ranch.
Oh yes, I will show you all the wards and signs and places not to go and places you're not supposed to dig, and don't open this thing here, and those big round things under the earth might be eggs, we don't know.
And Kia's wondering, why did I move here?
And two, there's plenty of stuff to explore. Just be careful.
Good
What?
to know.
Oh yeah.
What? That is the end of this session and this episode. And the next episode, I am actually not going to be the GM for once.
Yep.
I will be here with running Koi and Ira.
Oh no.
And the one who will actually be the GM next episode is Bifrost.
It's not me. Okay.
It'll be me actually next time, and we'll be doing Stone of Contention. So something for you to ponder on and maybe consider.
Yeah. If Cyber wants to run a session, run an episode sometime, he can. That is totally up to him.
Probably not right now.
Probably not right now.
Now, here's the
Maybe
question.
Not next week either.
Are we doing it? Is it this next upcoming Saturday that we start Stone of Contention?
Well, we did have to postpone this session by a week, so if we want to keep on the same schedule, we kind of have to.
Okay.
I would appreciate it.
Yep.
No problem. So then we will see everyone next week.
On July 2nd. Lovely.
And, take a trip to the islands.
See you all next time. Where Bifrost, not me for a change, will be running something. I'm afraid what it will be, but we'll find out. And you'll find out along with us next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.